Hey guys, today we're gonna play Your Boyfriend. Let's get started. Now I heard it's a horror game about a possession guy or something, but since this is your boyfriend, I'm just gonna do legit to have one of my nightmares be it, because I keep having too many guys going after me in my nightmares. So, welcome Tori, you two have fun. Yeah, sure, I'll totally have fun. Totally. My life has been chaotic, which is true. I finally broke out into another fit of drama, so I left the nest, ran straight to college, and got an apartment and got a job. But lately, my job at a crazy spoon diner has been unbearable. My job doesn't pay the best, so that meant I had to find a roommate to afford an apartment. Now my roommate is always bringing some drop out into our apartment for last night and study sessions. My sleep schedule is written even better than the rent on the apartment is late. I had heard once that if you become a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. In my case, the friendship gets strained thinner as my friend keeps making excuses why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Thanks for that, deadbeat. I'm working harder just to lose money on the rent. And getting a second job feels like it'll kill me. At least in this park, I have some alone time. I always love this part of the park. It's untouched by obnoxious family members and college jerks. The only people who come here are the groundskeepers, and even then, they only come by in the morning. Close my eyes and rub my face and hover the tension in my lungs so that I could calm down enough to enjoy the peace and quiet. Then I felt someone sit down beside me. I turned to look towards the interrupted lover.
Oh, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
The stranger. The stranger says trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench. Okay.
You're a jumpy one, aren't you?
Miles scoot's closer to me shyly and awkwardly. Eyes on him. What's his touches are? His blinking eyes don't stray from mine. Once.
So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend? Just seems kind of odd for you to be sitting out here, all alone like this and so far away from the jogging track.
Okay. Chill runs down my spine, cross my over my chest, and slide myself away from him to the edge of the bench. How often does the same person walk up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? Not often, for me at least. Picks up on my unease, frames from sliding close, and crosses his fingers between his legs, smiles warmly. I mean, like a groundskeeper or one of the old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. No, I'm just getting alone time to myself. Things have been pretty intense lately. Charles even close, his hand nearly touched mine as he smiles shyly.
Look, I know this is sudden, very sudden, but if you're free tonight, can I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
Do you have the pleasure? Never mind, he was the weird one. I don't know if he's a bit awkward or just eccentric. What? Why? Why do you have such an interest in me?
Well, I'm your boyfriend.
Huh?
Isn't that why you're here?
Out of context. My boyfriend? Why would he assuming we were in a relationship? There was an awkward sound and the stranger sits patiently waiting for my answer. What? No! I pull my hand away from his. I thought I would really try to at least attempt to be polite when I turned down someone's advice, but the strange fact makes my skin crawl. He stared for a moment, from staring, pulling his hand away and reluctant to retreat. Oh, I see. I think that I'm getting mixed messages from you. I mean, it doesn't make sense for you to come here and then not want me. This kind of sucks if you ask me. Then from the bench and turned to leave, hoping I can get back to the more frequent parts of the park and any more crazy crawl from under the rocks and bushes. Where are you going? He backed me from the bench, but I can't read his expression. His attempt is a mix of emotions and none of them are as possible, playfully awkward as when I first met him. It's getting late. I'm gonna head home. I glanced over my shoulder, find the nearest path out of the park to the nearest public street. Oh, well, maybe I can walk you home then. No, thank you. Look, it's nothing personal. You're coming off as a creepy. I'm not really that comfortable around you. I'm sorry. Your arms are ugly. Creepy, but I love. Sorry, I have to go. I have to start walking away, occasionally looking over my shoulder. I don't mind him creeping on me while my back was turned. He never moves. He just sits there before and look on his face. Stares right at the ground. He said you loved me. What? Around the city a little bit more. If it's in places I normally wouldn't visit. My paranoia has got me looking over my shoulder, wondering if he might still be lurking somewhere behind me. I don't know. Maybe I was overthinking things. Who knows? Some guy who presumes that he's your boyfriend, either of you even know each other's names. Probably not the most psychologically healthiest of people are they. Yeah, that's creepy enough to warrant him my cold shoulder. So the way I left him behind like that was making me feel like maybe I was the jerk. No, you got a point. He's really creepy how you just said that. So you're not really a jerk if you're just assuming you just met someone that could be a creep. So not assume you're a jerk at all. Came across to a local florist shop that I remember passing in a few of my downtown walks. I always been meaning to stop in and pick out the flowers for the apartment, but I could never seem to find the time. I have time now. I could use a divergence. Oh, why not? Walking in, I look around and take in the rather pleasant aroma of this shop. I pass a displays of flowers, arrangements, potted plants, small gift bags, and potpourri. I had a particular purchase in mind. A rustic one-shelf display containing the flowers of various houseplants came a lovely pungent fragrance from the deep red roses. I'm mindful that some still had their thorns, so I reached out to pick one up. Feel my hand brushed against mine. Hey! I put my hand away quickly and glanced at the person I didn't see on the other side of the display.
Fancy seeing you here.
And for the park seems beams upon seeing me and gives me a smile before pulling the rose out. No, you shopped here too. I don't. As he startled by his presence. Amanda judged me with a finger over his lips. She's a small shop. There's no need to raise your voice. Don't roast me the wrong way, but I tried to compose myself. Ugh. Did you follow me here? I was harshly unsure if crossing paths with him again was a pure coincidence or if I need to worry about him after all. Well, of course not. I'm so hurt by my accusation. I come here almost every day, you know. Uh-oh, was I really being a jerk to him? I goes around with the rose in his hand. His eyes stay shyly and focused on the ground. I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby, so I come here a lot to see what new boutiques they have made, and they have any on sale. I meant that sometimes I get to see you through the windows of the diner that you work at. Lately I've been meaning to walk in to find say hi, but I lose my nerves to stay out. You've been watching me? Are you serious? What kind of creep are you? Man, it's not like that. His hand towards my shoulder and attempted constantly to calm me down. I went to reach the girly hands over me. I flinched away in shock and disgust. Don't touch me. I hesitated to turn this around the floor. I don't look back. Sorry, I gotta go. This is why I don't trust guys. They could be such a jerk. It's only getting dark out. Ugh, I hate walking home at night and after crossing paths with a crazy stalker. I have a good reason for it. I'm out later than I wanted to because I was trying to go on a less traveled path. Oh, just in case a creepy guy knew more about my habits. Crap, I'll need to find new places to hang out at and probably a new job. My department's on the door behind me before doing another full body shudder. I ran into my roommate's study partner in the kitchen. Come to a abrupt silence after interrupting her at home. By my bedroom, they have a habit of walking around naked after their study sessions, and I don't want to see if they are dressed this time. Why is that a thing? Why? No thank you, I'm out. In my room, I flip down on my bed and muffle a fresher scream with my pillow. It's an epic scream. I roll over on my back and stare up at the ceiling, trying to forget about my day, trying to forget about him. Before I fell asleep from sheer exhaustion. My last thought was a simple wish. Man, I hope I never see that weirdo again. Alright, let's do the others part. Then we get the full story, basically. So I'm gonna be skipping a lot of dialogue. Be back. Dinner sounds fine, I guess. If not, like I'm doing anything anyways, and it would be a nice break from the monotony. Gosh knows, I could start to forget my problems for a few hours, and this guy seems interesting enough to keep my mind off things. Really? That's great. He beams, taking a hold of my hand into his own. He's actually optimistic like me. Okay. Interesting. See you tonight at 7 at where? Stand up from the bed, but paused quickly when he realized that he was forgetting something. Oh, I almost forgot. In the place to meet up, sorry. I know that I sound absent-minded, but I'm just so excited. How's the whole diner downtown? It's nice and quiet, so no one will disturb us. The diner downtown? Which one? No, the one that you work at. Okay. Great. See you tonight. Cool. Coolio. This is totally normal. And just like that, he hurries off with a leap in every step, looking as though he had just won the lottery. That's kind of sus, man. After Messi disappears down a path that bends around a shallow hill and out of view. Park goes out again and fear loneliness sets in once more. It's Jiffy and a few song versing in nearby trees. For a while, replaying the string to count through my head a few minutes. I suppose that I should be flattered that he took such an interest in me. I can't tell if being someone like that is normal or not. It's nothing like it's seen in movies or television. Then again, if I were Hollywood attractive, maybe it would be so normal it would be almost annoying. My cheeks flush as I think about him saying, "Can I have the pleasure?" Show your smile crease from the corner of my mouth. You must be as new to this as I am. What a shy, awkward guy. A bird stopped singing as if you were not growing in the pit of my stomach. How do you know where I work? 7 o'clock p.m. Exactly. Shut the diner feeling rather unusual about meeting someone at the place that I work at for a clean, tangeless dinner date. And however, a complete stranger who knew that I worked here. Weird. Take a seat at the booth towards the back. The diner is very busy tonight, which is less unusual than most people would assume. Even though I work here, this isn't where I would choose to eat at. Maybe it was another customer that I never paid attention to. While I work, I let my mind drift, and after a while, I do my job as I work on an audio pilot. I don't really pay that much attention to names and faces, even towards regulars. Maybe he was one of those regulars building up his courage to ask me out every day, but kept losing his nerve. It's kind of a cute thought, I guess. But do I really want this to be a thing? Taking my seat, I wait to look at the old-fashioned neon light clock that hangs over the jukebox. He is 5 minutes late. I had mine as well. Buy myself a milkshake while I wait. Waitresses on tight shifts surprised me at the diner on my day off. I imagined that she would tell me job loyalty is one thing, but the food here isn't worth writing a home about. After serving this up for a few months now, I agree with her. At least the milkshakes are good. They are really old-fashioned kind, made with real ice cream and ingredients, not powdered, mixed, and flavor syrups like the fast food places. Waitress must have been less busy than I assumed because she brought my shake to me only a few minutes later. Thank you, ma'am. Pull a spoon from the vendor's, look at ice cream glass and lick it clean. Mmm. So good. I sip the shake a little before I take a sip. Mmm. A man rushes in through the diner's front door. She looked like he ran the way here. Something tucked carefully in his arm. Immediately recognized his sleeveless hoodie and blue shirt. He quickly scanned the diner in a bit of panic. He was running late and probably thought that I may have already left. I was one of the few people in the diner, but he didn't still seem to see me very quickly. It's fine. Hey! Wave him over with a smile of relief across his face. Still winded, he hurries down the roster who sits across from me. Roblox fingers. Interesting. You're kind of late. I know. I'm so sorry. I had to make a quick stop. He's between breaths. I don't know where he came from, but he must have ran the whole way when he realized that he was running late. Irritated with a smile, he pulls out the long white box that he was carrying, places it on the table, and slides it over to me. Here, I bought this for you. Thinking about earlier in the park? It might have been a little creepy to ask you for a day on the spot. Think? I thought I might get you a little something as a way of apologizing. If it was awkward for you, of course. You get something from me, really? It had better not to be a severe ear fingers or something. Open the box, I look inside. I see 2 long stem roses with deep red petals. The thorns were removed, and they are bound by short black silk ribbon. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you. It smells as I take the roses out of the box gently. The thorns were still in the stems. I draw the aroma in deeply. They are so wonderfully fresh and fragrant. It's no big teak or anything, but I thought that they looked nice. He watches me admire his gift. They are very nice, thank you. Puts the roses gently back in their box. That's what you usually do when you open gifts. He can't possibly grin any wider. He realizes that he's staring at me, maybe just a little for comfort, so he reverses his eyes shyly. That mouth, look at this mouth. Don't tell me this is the face of insanity. Don't tell me if it's not. But there were a few nagging questions that have been hanging over me like a cloud. Oh, and while he was in a good mood, I feared that I should inquire a little about this cute but bizarre stranger. Cute and creepy at the same time. Diner the greasy spoon diner was a stranger carrying a box of roses. Didn't seem ordinary, and I had to make sure that he wasn't going to propose at the cash register. Me either, man. I stirred the milkshake with a straw for a second or two. So, how'd you know that I work here? Well, I walk by this place often on my walks. I catch a glimpse of you through the window from time to time when you're walking. Oh. I try coming in, but I get cold feet and just keep walking. Like a loser. There's not too shamefully. Rover gives his hand reassuring pat. I feel kind of bad. No, you're not a loser. Do you know what? I don't even know your name. My name. It's fell on his face. His face is a good science. Rinse before his gaze drifts off to the side. I really don't like my name. Honestly, I'd rather be called something else, like a nickname or something. Oof! He must have really a horrible name or a really horrible parents that he wants to dislocate with. Okay, how about... Barney the Bunny? seem pleased with what I came up, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. Because, guys, I keep having nightmares of Yander Bonnie, and I decided to make it in videos, because, yes, he seemed pleased with what I came up, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. Yeah, that's much better. Honestly, thank you. I assure him, and gives his hand under a gentle squeeze. The expression of disgust instantly evaporates into light over the name I gave him. I didn't realize until now that he has a really beautiful blue eyes. Its vivid color left me in their deep blue hue. I didn't realize that I was staring until he woke up. Are we having a moment or what? A bush spreads across the street as he squeezes my hand back. Oh, okay. Sorry. Put my hand from his, cursing myself for staring like that. Wow, now I'm the awkward one. Ugh, look away shyly. I feel the heat radiating from my cheeks, and I imagine them glowing bright red like a Christmas light. Thought makes my cheeks warmer and probably even more red. He chuckles and shakes his head. Hey, there's nothing to be sorry for. He assures me with a soft smile. He looks around for something to break the tension, and his eyes fall upon my milkshake. Hey, I was supposed to buy you something. Well, you kind of already did. I point to the box of roses. Besides, we could share this as long as I get as long as you can have the cherry. I don't want to like the cherry. Deal? I should towards him. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, probably wouldn't do that on my first date. What to decide? Reaching over to take it. Yeah, first date and you're the one buying. I'm very terrible at this. Well, how about you buy next time? The eyes go wide. He stares at me with surprise.
Next time? You want to meet up again?
Oh, this wasn't a total disaster, right? So, yeah. His face glows as red as I imagined mine had, and he stammers wildly as if thought all of his soft suddenly evaporated in an explosion of joy. That face! How was that creepy? How was that not creepy? Look at his eyes. Oh, jeez. I mean, I guess it does. It wasn't. I mean, I don't think so, but I don't want to argue with you. It was cute seeing him struggle for a coherent thought, while also trying to contain his happiness and happiness of being with me, of all people. Still, as much as I was enjoying his company, and regardless of how flattering it has been, I couldn't stay long. I have to went with a bit of an exaggerated way in order to get his attention. It's getting dark. I don't like walking home late at night. How about we continue this on our next date? Standing up from my seat, I put one of the napkins from the dispenser. Do you have a pen? Oh, I think I'll do. Pulls out from one in his pocket and hands it to me. I write down my name and number and smiling. Here you go. And pass the pen and the paper back. Here, call me and we can hang out again soon, okay? Take a pen and napkin from my hand. I gets down the number in the complete awe before looking back up to me. Of course. I love to see you again. Okay, cool. Walk to the register to pay for the shake, and with another look back at him, I wave and leave the diner. I walk more quickly to try to make it back to the apartment before nightfall. It gets colder outside, but for some reason I feel warm the whole walk back. Well, once again, I'm finally back in my apartment. Quietly walk to my room so that I don't disturb my roommate. Surrounded by the thumping and moaning sounds coming from the other side of the wall. They seem to be having another study session. I wish that they would be more quiet. I have to live here too. I don't bother to turn on the lights in my room and flop heavily on my bed, face first into the mattress lint spread wide. By the wind long loud ground that made the couple next door pause for a brief moment. I eventually roll into my back, stare up the ceiling. So I had so many other things on my mind earlier. My thoughts never stray from far from Bonnie the bunny. I over to the box that was still in my hand. I opened it up one more time. I pulled out the little roses, smiling a little, drawing their sweet fragrance again. Okay, cool. I hope he calls soon. Big mistake, me. Big mistake. Are you sure, Tori? If I want to get along with him and also do my job, then I don't really have a choice, you know. Okay, just don't go feral all of a sudden and start hurting him. I'm not a monster, Bendy. I can still control myself. He's Bendy now. I got to the counter to take Bonnie's order and felt more and more scared because he kept looking at me non-stop and still. Wouldn't close his eyes a single second. How can he even do that? Creeps me out. Bonnie, could you please stop staring? It's really uncomfortable. Okay, sorry if it bothers you, but you just look so pretty that I can't stop staring at your beautiful face. Oh gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Is he trying to flirt now? Anyways, what would you like to order? I will take a small pepperoni pizza. Of course. Bonnie likes pizza, just like Chica. Okay, Benny, have you heard that order, right? Yep. Okay then, let's get started to cook then. Smile again as I head into the kitchen to prepare the man's order since I know he can't see into the kitchen room. He doesn't have the right to go in it since only the people who work in this restaurant have the right to access the kitchen and the other rooms. I started cooking what Bonnie wanted. Just not sure if this person could be the figure I see every night in my room. But this is not going to stop me from doing my work, and I will get him to tell me all of the truth. Bonnie, here it is, what you ordered. And also, do you mind if I sit with you to talk a bit? Oh, absolutely not. I don't mind at all. It's actually great to hear that you want to talk with me. Geez, stop being so excited around me. Would you be able to ask you questions? Of course, darling. Ugh. As I sat with Bonnie, I felt less scared of him for some reason. Why is he so kind with me? It follows me everywhere I go and acts weird. Oh, well, I want to get straight to the point. Why are you following me? Oh, it's these kinds of questions I have to answer truthfully, so I'm also going to get straight to the point, and I will understand it if you hate me after all of this. I'm listening. Go on. Go on. Before you even knew, I was already following you and stalking you, but I'm sorry for making you uncomfortable because of it. Okay, is it you I hear every night before I fall asleep because your voice tells me something? Yes, it is. Jeez! Is it you that I see in my room in front of my bed every night when I wake up in the middle of the night? Yes, it is me that did all this. Why are you doing all of this? Do you have a crush on me? Yes. This is awkward. I do have a crush on you, but I can't help it. Okay. Focus, Tori, focus. Listen, Bonnie, I can give it a chance, but please do not hurt anybody, okay? And don't go stalking too much. If you want to see me at night, then just tell me and I'll let you in, but no hurting others unless they are trying to hurt you or me. And no kidnapping, please, okay? Does he really gotta promise all that? Fine. And thank you for accepting to be with me. Can you really call you darling now? Sure. Maybe it won't be so bad after all. Who knows? Maybe it'll be great, actually. A date. You haven't had one in ages, and how did that happen again? Oh yes, you had accepted a stranger's request. And honestly, you wondered who could accept such thing. Apparently, but you know perfectly well that it's going to be okay. After all, during your first contact, your power had played up again. Just your power, a simple touch, and... we're getting a glimpse into the future. That's why you hated being touched so much. Putting a barrier between you and this world. You had done so much until you were absent, so you thought it was better to protect yourself and others from what you saw. But this guy caught you off guard. You didn't hear him coming, and his hand touched your fingers. You got so far off the bench that you thought you wouldn't fall on it again. The images that flashed through your mind were quick but very clear. You saw yourself exchanging a kiss with this stranger and having a good time with him would set your cheeks on fire in no time. What? I don't remember doing that. Your face looked like a firework of emotions at that moment. You had stuttered so much too, not knowing what to say except a very, very dissociated yes from emotion and shock. Huh? Now that you were a little cold, and despite the fear, you still had a certain impatience. For once, your gift wasn't showing you a scary future, but something that made you want to move forward. After all, you were a big dreamer, so seeing these images of a relationship with someone else made you dream. Yep, pretty much. So you would do everything possible to make it happen. You couldn't help but put on your best face as you should. You took a shower and swapped your hoodie and pants for a cute dress, a pair of transparent tights and shoes that matched the look. I don't think I want transparent tights, but okay. Well, a touch of makeup and a few touch-ups in your hair. I seriously hope you didn't overdo it yet either, but after all, this was your chance too. True. As you walked through the living room, Chica, your roommate, comes out of her room. She almost jumped when she saw your new look. Hello, Chica. Wow, I almost didn't recognize you. The blush settled on your cheeks and you put your hands behind your back. Yeah, totally. Really, do you think I overdone it? As in a more than nervous tone, Chica put her first on her hip and then walked over to you to put a strand of your hair back in place. Absolutely not. If it's a date, you're perfect. And if the person you're going out with tonight doesn't see that, he's an idiot. Love and Yushin. Chica seems to be cheering for you, and you couldn't be more thrilled. That's a change. You finally look up at the clock in your apartment before heading for the front door. Well, I gotta go, Chica. See ya. Gotta go. See you later, alligator. Good luck. Walk with a quick train step to the meeting place. Your place of work, but say you are off work. Otherwise, you wouldn't have accepted this appointment. All of them seem quite surprised to see you in that outfit, and you greet them with a shy wave of your hand before moving to one of the seats. Hello. I'm gonna sit down now. You may be getting a little carried away, aren't you? Or you play earnestly with the hem of your dress. Benny comes to meet you. Can I get you something pretty, lady? It happens as you laugh heartily. Strawberry milkshake, please. We still have nothing to have for you. So what? You raised one of his eyebrows before crossing his arms. Yes, I have an appointment. Besides, he should be here soon. Okay, I'll try to keep a low profile as a waiter tonight then. He has a lower voice tone. Thanks. With a smile, you thank him with a smile as he returns to the kitchen to prepare your order. I love shakes, they're pretty good. Especially strawberry. Let's get you look at the clock as it is 7 p.m. sharp. You will still have time to have your milkshake served. Milkshake served to chat with Bendy before the stranger finally arrives. As he was about to sit down, as he put his eyes on you, he slowed down his movement, accompanied by a redness that settled on his cheeks. Hello, Bonnie, what's up? Apparently your outfit was clearly having a small effect, and you smiled patiently. What? Sorry for the delay. I had to make a detour. Detour? Okay. You flushed, curling your shoulders as you rest your eyes on the table. This is very too much. There's no problem. Vernon replied as he sat down opposite you, coming to place a box on the table. Here, I'll buy you this. It's sort of gift by way of apology. I'm afraid I was a little too rough with you at the park. Again? So, added him, placing your hand on the box before opening it. 2 red floaties were sitting there tied with a black ribbon. Again. Your smile became bigger. I think it was the first time I've been given flowers. I think, said your wife. He fesses the stranger, shading up a surprised face to your statement. People weren't really interested, so that's normal. And yet, you deserve all the roses in the world. The red on your pretty cheeks flushed, and you surely hoped it didn't show. Instead, you nervously scratched your cheek before starting a conversation. By the way, I didn't know your name. Face which had melted to a tender, admiring comfort at your... Yep. Okay, how about Bonnie? Swim with me. Okay, cool. Be sure if you want it's strawberry. First day, you're fine. I'm really terrible. Okay, this looks different this time. You say grabbing the straw. Straw slightly. You'll pay next time. Or whatever, I don't know. Really? So you want to see me again? Sip in the glass and return. Everything was going well. You continued to talk. Clear that before all this, he had never really dared to enter the restaurant. He saw you. I know. Apparently, he had been interested in you for a long time. Under normal circumstances, this should have been something that would have scared you. Oh, it terrified me. Not gonna lie. His vision of future relationship made me feel so secure that I had bad relationships in the past. I didn't blame him. He seemed ready to take care of you. Maybe you were finally going to be happy after all these years. Maybe. The sun was beginning to disappear over the horizon as Bendy walked over to your table to come clear away. Took the glass from your left hand to give it to him, turning your head and leaving your right hand unattended. Here you go. Thank you for the shake. Looks back. I want you to think that you didn't want him showing Wendy that your relationship was evolving and that he needs to hurry up and leave. Except your eyes suddenly turned a dark gray and you dropped the glass too soon. Megan's time slows down around you as your feet leave the ground. Tremendous coldness around you, and the hand that Bonnie was holding was now icy cold. No time at all, your face was drained of color. Blood. Too much blood. Ice. A knife. Strings. A car. Rope. And in the middle of it, Bonnie covered in blood. What the? No. No. Your gift played a trick on you, and you ran right into the wall. There's tears tangling at your chest, making you hiss in pain. Why is it that every time something good happens in your life, it has to be instantly ruined by the stupid visions? Why? You're just giving hope to a crazy person. It's confused as you close your eyes to try to make it all go away, and when you came back to reality, lying on the floor. Jenny and I were laying over you, looking gently worried. Panic took hold of you as it sat up, causing them to move aside. Oh, what the heck happens? Hurry, are you alright? You fainted for a moment. Take it easy. Try to regain your composure, but the images in your mind were making your brain boil. And when you looked up at Bonnie, you couldn't help but stare. There's no way. Didn't put up barriers with your hands. You were asking both to step. Please stay away. Try to stand up. You grab the edge of the table to hold yourself up. Apparently, you had dived into the glass debris right after you dropped the glass because your tights were cut as well as your skin. You were bleeding. Bonnie knew better than to touch you. You had warned them enough of that. But as far as Bonnie was concerned, you and he was about to graze your shoulder. You flinched. Don't touch me. Lowering your head as you stared at your date. You had to leave, and quickly. I'm sorry, I have to go. Bye. And before anything could say anything to you, he took off running, the sound of your footsteps echoing through the restaurant.